Hi, this is Joa with Special Heart Studio. Today I'm going to show you the process of making this Sequin Flip Pillow using Cricut Infusible Ink. If you need directions how to upload your SVG files to Cricut Design Space, I have a separate blog post on that will help you go through that process if you're a newbie. So today I've already uploaded the ballerina mandala here in Cricut Design Space. I have set the image to 10 inches wide with the aspect ratio locked. It then equates to 10.231 inches wide. We will go ahead and click the Make It button. With Infusible Ink, you need to reverse the image. So just like you do with HTV, you will want to mirror the image. So you'll click that over to the side here, and then we will click Continue. I have a maker, so I come up with a list of materials to choose from. I have some set favorites that I use all the time. When I've worked with the Infusible Ink, I use the Browse All Materials and simply type in Infuse and hit Enter. It comes up with the search, and you can select this Infusible Transfer Sheet. Come down and click Done. And from here, we will get our materials on the mat. This one, I've already used some of the pink, so I already opened the box. I just stored it back in the same box. So the Infusible Ink comes with a little test piece of fabric that I'd suggest if it's your first time using it. You know, try a little tiny shape, and you can use the little piece of fabric. I'm a scrap saver. This stuff's kind of expensive, so I like to save scraps. So for our ballerina, you need to, when you're using the patterned infusible ink, or just the same as you would with vinyl, you know, just decide which way you want your pattern to go. I think for our ballerina, I'm going to lay it this way on the mat. The infusible, oof, that's crooked. The infusible ink, you place face side up, and they do say, to be careful not to use your hands too much on the material itself, because the oils from our hands can transfer and I would assume, change the color. So I had never used the brayer until I started working with this infusible ink. I then purchased one, so helps stick it down there. So we're ready to cut out Miss Ballerina. Okay, so now I've got my little ballerina cut, and we need to take her off the mat. So we will peel her off this way. The infusible ink really rolls either way, so it's kind of difficult. And then I think, because I like to save scraps, as I mentioned earlier, I will cut some of this away. Okay, now that I've cut around her, the Cricut site recommends that you bend this, and you'll hear it cracking. So I'm not sure if you can hear that through the video, but it kind of pops. It's an interesting sound. And then you simply, you don't really need a weeding tool. I did find to get it started, it works okay. You can just kind of get your fingers in there. It's kind of a paper material, so you just pick it out. It will rip. I find this to be a bit more tedious than working with HTV, which is my preferred material to work with. So we'll go ahead and weed her all around here. I think my choice of the mandala my daughter picked might have been a bit of a challenge, but we'll work through it and move on to the next step. So I am going to stick this mat. This is the mat to my first Easy Press. I have both the first generation, I think it's 9x9, and then the second generation 12x10. So I'm going to stick this mat in there along with one of these. I see to use a sheet of the butcher paper. I'm using the butcher paper that came with the infusible ink. I think I should have stuck that on there to begin with. So the zipper, the pillow is down here at the bottom, and I flipped most of these, at least the ones that will be where we'll be putting our design, to the white side. So I'm not a measurer, I'm just going to eyeball this. Okay, so I've got my design placed on the pillow where I want it. I also taped it down with some heat transfer tape, heat resistant tape that I bought from Amazon. Cricut also sells their own version. I found it by the Infusible Ink section. It's blue, but excuse my arm, it's a little bit more expensive, so I stick with the Amazon. Okay, so for this I have the heat press set at 360 for 120 seconds, and you'll want to be careful. You do not want it to move. You want to make sure your design's completely covered, and use just regular, you don't have to press down really hard. You just have to use a little bit of pressure, but hold it for the entire time and then lift straight up. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll lift it straight up like I said. And then you have to let this cool because it'll be super, super hot. This heat tape I used is stuck to the paper. Yeah, those sequins get really hot. Still really hot. I'm anxious to see her though. pretty. Okay, tape. You'll see how the back is, the ink is all transferred onto her. She's hot, all right. And there she is. And we can flip her. Yay! I hope everyone enjoys that. You know, you can make some fun gifts with these sequin pillows. I know the little girls that I have in my life absolutely love them. Thanks for watching my very first tutorial video. I hope everyone enjoyed the process just as much as I did. Go ahead, try the Infusible ink. Grab some of the sequin pillow blanks from my Amazon links. I appreciate everybody's support, and we'll make another video for everyone soon.